goes over to the back to the side of OP. The winter crown will be activated. Oh, the tectonic charges, C-Cat! Not again! That is amazing! Oh, go! Galaxy Legends, they're just now going to be fighting against on the side of CFU Gaming. Detective is going to be the next one to be taken down. Unfortunately, C-Cat will now go down to the hands of Sting. The fight continues to go on. Sting flickers on backwards, but he will still take a nail. The chopping block on the side of CFU Gaming. They are just watching their own heads rolling. Galaxy Legends, they take the kill. And they take the core! Galaxy Legends 3 wins in a row. They find themselves in match point. Do they want to go for Xbox again? CFU Gaming and Galaxy Legends, both of them are starting off at the purple buff. Immediately. As now Boxy opens things up. Lin, HP, doesn't seem like to be working too well. Cadenza puts himself right into the face of Boxy. Detective takes a kill down onto Lin. Now the Purify from the side of Sting manages to get himself right out of the crash from Lin. But there we go, the title strike and into the Tsunami Slam. Gets a kill down on the Sting, but that is a very good trade for Galaxy Legends regardless. Boxy looks for a stun, gets a kick down right onto Wiki. It's chat cuss. You guys are the chat cuss, and that might actually happen, okay? As of now, this is going to be the Ogi Shadow kill. Ogi Shadow kill. Then manages to bring Luis down to the all-time low, but Boxy takes the kill. What's going on with all these toes that's getting killed right now? OP now, he gets himself running away, but it doesn't seem like he will be able to survive for long as Lin just going to be crashing right in, and Lin picks up a kill down to the OP. The Zaman Force lands out, coming in from Wiki, takes the life out of Sting. And CFU Gaming, they're slowly losing members. But it's not going to be too bad as of yet. This is a very potential last game, boys. But CFU doesn't seem like they will want to put this as the last game yet. Sting has just picked up the Sky Piercer, but CC Immunity is not going to help you out for that. Of the early game, we are now entering mid-game territory, as now big team fight will start to happen. As OP pops off into the ultimate, looks for a little bit of pickup either from the side of Lin or perhaps when it comes down to Wiki, but Wadu picks up onto C-Cat. Lin is looking for a getaway, but Wadu's literally going to be in his face. Wiki have just picked up the Feather of Heaven. Not too sure if that's enough, but right now we have Luis just rushing right in the face of Luis, only to find rushing in the face of Sting, only to find himself absolutely taken down. Not exactly a very good call. But OP catches up onto Cadenza, and Sting manages to pick up a kill onto C-Cat as well. Lin is going to be the next one onto the chopping block as he picks up from the side of the Lantern Flare. That is a pickup. Lin's in a tough spot. Another way on the Dragon. They are hard locking down on Lin as C-Cat goes straight in with the darkening. However, Wadu with a very impeccable penalty zone is going to be stopping all of these damage dealing from the side of C-Cat. He bought enough time for the team. As such, CFU Gaming, they will knock it through, giving Sing the double kill. Legends absolutely loves. We are looking at 11,000 goal lead at 11 minutes. That works for the 1,000 goal lead per minute pass. That is the snowball that we can expect to see from CFU Gaming as the Whale Dragon lands on the land. Sing picks up a legendary. Luis re-enters the fight and manages to shut down on the Sing. The hope that we are hoping for. We want to see the Galaxy Legends is able to defend this, but will they be able to? As Cadenza goes straight in for the Tsunami Slam. He wants to buy a little bit more time. Wiki goes in for the Synchro Feature, and he wants to clear this wave as much as possible, but C-Cat is back in the air. Need in order to mount a possible comeback. That's a good way to drag it from Mlbb. Shumpo's right past of Lin right after he goes crashing in. While Luis, he looks for an opportunity. He found Sting, but I think that he's going to feed back over to Sting again. As such, Wiki's next one onto the chopping block. C-Cat as well. Triple kill. Credited for Cadenza. What can this man do alone? He looks to get a kill on the Sting, and he will, but what? And what cost? Galaxy Legends take the first L of this grand final game. Light me up and watch the world burn. Number to Luis, but I cannot definitely confirm on that. That's a very good poke onto the side of OP. Detective is looking at the taunt down, and that's going to be a layering of crowd control onto lead, and it brings us Raph, brings Condenser down. The next one, Lewis, he hopes to be able to hold on to this fight a little while longer, but that's not going to be the case. 2 men down from the side of Galaxy Legends. CFU Gaming has got a great start of this fight, and that is going to credit them a free turtle take. But C-Cat comes in from absolutely nowhere with the feathered airstrike. Did not manage to steal the turtle. However, this means that they might still be able to want to fight back. However, no airstrike, no game. As such, Lewis finds himself taken down. Cadenza, next one down as well. That from Galaxy Legends. Okay, for Galaxy Legends, no airstrike, no fight. Remember that. Lin manages to pick up the kill down the Boxy after 2 of the airstrike lands from the side of C-Cat pretty nicely over to Boxy. But it's not going to be game over just yet. We are constantly going to be looking at a little bit of a back and forth. Good appraisals rap, but is it enough? Yes, it will. CFU Gaming, they come on, kill that river crab, man. Detective takes down the turtle. All 5 members from the side of CFU Gaming, they're looking to isolate one person. Cadenza, definitely dead. A little bit too deep in now. We are dragging down. Oh, to see that. Eve, thanks for the counter. Now I know what my possible limit is. That means my limit is not 35 yet. Could be 40, could be 45. But Wiki right now goes in for the bravest fighter, even eating up the entire appraisal's wrath. Not quite enough to keep him alive, though, unfortunately. But C-Cat now absolutely taunted down, killed down by Sting once again. Credits him with a double. But I don't think that he will be able to get a triple that easily. Lewis, wait, he's getting a little bit too comical for this. He goes for the final slash, dances around onto 2, but he gets picked up again. He does not have any purify. It's not the monster kill. Oh, an unofficial maniac. Wait, an unofficial, okay, would have been, it is an unofficial savage for the side of Sting. We are at 7 minutes into this game, and we are looking at a 6,000 goal lead for CFU Gaming. As such, Cadenza is dead again. Single someone out. You want to win in 1v1 using the Hayabusa. But if you do not find yourself in a 1v1, your own shadow kill or the Hayabusa's amount of items and the farm doesn't really mean too much. You're just relying on all of your teleports from your quad shadows and the shurikens. But hold. We got Wadu. Did not manage to land the last Saturday, but it's okay because Sting still manages to pick up a kill for himself. Galaxy Legends, they definitely want to look for an opportunity to go in, right? Wait, who's that? Why? Wait, why is Condenser over there? Wait, why is Lin over there? Wait, why is Stingcat over there? Wait, why is Wiki over there? Why did they give Sting a maniac like that? Why? Sansai! At this point in time, Sansai! When Galaxy Legends has got 10,000 gold lead on top of CFU, I just straight out just say, CFU, move on, go to the next game. But right now, we'll see. Sting already does have the win on nature. He's going to be fine, but unfortunately, Sting will still go down to the hands of Lin. This might be a comeback that we are going to be looking out for, but that is what we are looking out for too. For 2 trade at this point in time, there's still a lot that they're going to have to deal with. However, we don't have any more damage dealers from the side of Galaxy Legends. Z-Cat no longer have got the Feathered Airstrike. Lewis cleared up the top lane pretty effectively. As such, Feather Airstrike's back. Lewis dive himself right. Okay, wait, not max stacks anymore. He died once. So half stack. We are looking at 3 members. They are flashing themselves right onto Detective. They used everything they need to bring Detective down, but they did not manage to. Sing takes 1, then the second one. We are counting down with our fingers as the last Saturday blew Wiki down. That's 3 down for the side of Galaxy Legends. A middle wave will now be marching in, leaving with only C-Cat and Lid to defend this Lord, or rather defend this core, only to be melted down instantaneously from the side of Sting. And Lin offers himself as tribute. CFU will get himself the second game of this grand final series. So it is a joy. Okay. Thinking that As such, right now, CFU Gaming, they're looking for a contest against the Turtle, against Galaxy Legends. The Black Dragon forms up above the skies. Lin picks up the kill onto the Turtle as expected. The RWM locks in onto 3, picks up a kill onto Lewis. Wiki joins into the fray with a blazing duet, but it's just going to be tickling the rested members from CFU Gaming. CCat looks to run away. The Cyclone's Eye will get him running away just in the nick of time. With most of the members from Galaxy Legends, they are preparing themselves to pick up this fight against CFU. Remember, take a look at this. Lin is 8, Detective has 6. The Black Dragon form soars above the sky. The Nature's Barrier opens up, but unfortunately will not be able to land onto it. Detective! He stole the turtle right under the hands of Galaxy Legends, and Sing picks up a double kill out of absolutely nowhere. Even have his Sky Piercer. Lin is looking for a kill onto Lin, and unfortunately, Sing will not be able to run away from Lin at all. He can kind of play around with the appraisal draft, which he already used. But never mind. If he manages to get the lockdown, the Tectonic Chance lands on 2, OP on the side, opens up the RWM, will be able to get a kill down to the Condenser. But in the meantime, it's going to be Louis that puts himself right in the face of OP. Aiming in getting more of these kills that is scattered all across the map, such as these standing objectives in the top and the middle. That is at most 400, I think. But Wiki. But Lin, got caught by the RWM, torn it down! CFU Gaming, they're giving us quite a show, as now they are going to be locking down onto the T3 turret here in the middle lane. Galaxy Legends wants to go for this as a tectonic strike. Unfortunately, will bring him down. He's not going to be able to stay alive or anything. 2 men down for the side of Galaxy Legends on the side from Zing. He picks himself with a double. OP picks up a kill down to Lewis. But Lin is looking for a kill. Is very thirsty. But unfortunately, the winner crown from Sing will ensure that he's going to stay safe from Lin. As of now, Sing picks up a mega. The Black Dragon form appears, and he's not getting tagged on at all. Sing finally goes down to the hands of Wiki. Galaxy Legends might want to fight back, but unfortunately, Lewis is a little bit too deep in. Wiki! Slammed down by the appraisal draft. Lin is a little bit too deep, but he is going to be immobilized. The Megalodon moves hand in hand with the Lord. Condenser doesn't have a lot of HP to work with as such. The Black Dragon will go down before he can even do anything. The RWM opens up and Wiki clears out the lane when it comes down to blazing duet and pops off the wind of nature. But CFU Gaming goes to that point. All the way down to the wire. He plus the Harif combination. And the Alice to finish things off. Finds himself down at the bottom lane. Perhaps before we talk about this, we're going to be looking at Detective running himself right into the face of Lewis with a TOR that will connect. Detective doesn't have a lot of HP to work with as the appraisal trap lands onto Lewis. He doesn't have the TOR anymore, but he's not able to end this fight as of yet. The SOD comes in. Sing is hoping to get a kill down the Sing. Wait, what do? Absolute value after the skill from Sing. Perfect play from CFU Gaming. And this is going to be a massive lead for CFU Gaming, despite the fact that Galaxy Legends, they managed to get 2 for 2, but that was just showmanship. Wadu with 2 kills, Lin with 1, CCat with 1. That's not an SOD that I would have expected for Sing to travel into. As we see, Condenser overextended himself a tad bit, trying to open the map for a while. Lin is currently at level 6, goes up with a Ogi Shadow kill. More jungle minions that manage to kill. Detective at level 7 as opposed to Lin at level 8. This level disparity might mean a lot as Wadu now slams right down the demonic force of the Condenser. that should be enough to really push Contessa away. But a quick Vanguard right now is going to be getting himself right back into the game. A little bit of stun to Wadu. He's buying a lot of time. He took all of the shots coming in from the Ogi Shadow Kill. That is massive work, as Detective will take that opportunity and that zone of pressure that Wadu managed to get for the team. Are two ultimates that is currently unavailable. That is the Summon Force as well as the Raging Sandstorm. Such Wadu with himself right in the face of Lewis. Not going to do too much, but the SOD is going to land right on top and behind of Lin. As now Singh is a little bit behind, or rather, he's very far ahead. He's going to be pushing CCAT away. Now, we got RWM just going to be popping out. Singh hopes to run away, and he will be able to successfully do that. Wadu says, Lin is at level 14, while Detective is only at level 11. As much as we want to believe that Singh is going to win in most of these team fights, but the neutral objective is going to definitely go over to the hands of Galaxy Legends. So what is going to be the answer for the side of CFU Gaming? SOD lands over on top of Wiki. He's going to run back in, only to be immediately immobilized coming from the side of Audemay, but they're going to be fine! Wadu! Picks himself with a double. Singh picked up with one himself. 4-man down for the side of Galaxy Legends. CFU wins ultimately in the team fight without giving an inch. Top and middle lane will present itself. It will be the final line of defense. This might signal the end very soon. A taunt to Lewis. Flowing blood goes through. Gonna put himself right behind of the gunner's barriers. He can look for the opportunity with the RWM popping right in. KOR lands on the tree. But unfortunately, it does seem like Lewis is gonna go down, and indeed he will. Most of the members for the Southern Galaxy Legends, they are dropping. They're losing health. The only one that went down from CFU is Wadu. 1 for 3 trade. They want to push in. They want to end the game right here and right now. CCAT no longer have the RWM to clear out this wave. They will lose out this inhibitor in the middle. But hold on, the tectonic charge, it lands out on the Wiki. Another one that bites the dust. CFU! They are your 3-peat champions for MPL Cambodia! Ladies and gentlemen, you have finally crowned your champion, the Megalodons. They overpower the black hole and succumb to all.
Go!